All right, guys, welcome back. The first thing we have is this new egg event, Cosmic Forge. So, in order to get the points, even if you opened up your eggs that you received for beating Venom the Duck, Howard the Duck, or Man Thing, just like practicing against your own champions, they went back into the egg, I believe. So, you got to open up your eggs again because I'm pretty sure I opened them already. Then go into your inventory, go to other, and then you can take your Cosmic Yolk alloys and you can use all three of them, and there you go. We're going to use all three of our Cosmic Yolk alloys, which is then going to give us all the points that we need for this event, which gives us our Venom the Duck, it gives us our 6-star relic, and we get our Cosmic Egg, which is going to give us the entry we want into the additional side quest. So we can go ahead, grab our Cosmic Egg, and then if we look, if we go ahead and we can use that as our entry point there, what can it be used for? So we're going to go ahead, go into the side quests, and we're going to use our egg. Now these fights are quite difficult. They're not the easiest ones. This first one is an abomination, so you want poison immune. He is going to be stun immune after he throws a special, and he's going to auto block you unless you can knock him down. So I used Viv so that I can easily get my opening with the with the phasing and get a quick heavy, and then I can keep, as long as you knock him down once, as long as you keep up your attacks, then you don't have to worry about the auto block. The other thing is that there's a purple timer on the top left with a 1, 2, or 3, and you can only throw your specials if you don't want them to have reduced ability accuracy and weakness. You can only throw the special of the number that's there. So I didn't really get the greatest fight here with Viv, because normally I want to go special 2, then unblockable special 1s. You see there I kind of forced myself into a special 3. So here I'm going to try and build up to a special 2 while the special 2 timer is active, because and then I miss it. So I kind of have to wait around. So or even if I throw the special 2 here, I can still get my charges on the left, but I'm not getting the big damage from the special 2. But now I figure, okay, if I throw it, now I can get to a special 1, I can get my actual 100% damage there, but not now I have to stop waiting around again. So you can see if I throw those special ones, I'm not going to do nearly as much damage as I would if I threw it correctly. So that there are a bunch of things in this fight that make it a little bit difficult, but Viv worked extremely well for me. It did take a little while to get through it, but I did get it done. So I'm going to let the music play out for this fight, and then we'll talk through the next one. All right, for this next fight, it is a white tiger, and this one again with the stun immunity, and redlining and encroaching root. So with Count Nefaria, I can get around the stun immune because I can go ahead and get my auto evade counter in. He's also bleed immune in case I do get hit by White Tiger. I'm not going to bleed to death. And he helps deal with her regen. So that works out really great. And I get my own regen on my special ones. But with redlining, you have to be aware of your power, because as soon as you get over 1 bar of power, you are going to go really fast to 2. And if you go over 2, you're back down to 0. And the idea being that if you're not paying attention to your power bar when the encroaching root happens, then you can get really stuck because you don't want to get hammered while rooted. So you want to just keep throwing those specials and keep being aware of that encroaching root timer, and at the same time that your power bar is going to ramp up. But it allows you to get off some like big special 2s. So just be aware of that. That's kind of how I did this one. And the power control from Count Nefaria did help me out a bit there at the end. Because she does get that power gain at the very end of the fight, and at least with Count Nefaria, that helped to counter that as well. So that worked out great for me in this fight here. You can see everything actually worked out fantastic. She didn't build up to that special 3, and that worked out great for me. So I really liked Count Nefaria for this fight. Now, the last fight is going to be a Omega Red that is going to be automatically, if you hit into his block, he's going to get a bleed. If he gets his bleed, he's putting on that annoying passive damage to you when you're close to him, and you cannot be far away from him or else you are going to take degen. So you have to stay, there's close encounters, so you got to stay close. So, but you don't want to accidentally hit into his block, because that's going to give a bleed, and that is going to hurt you. And then there's root or rooted. And if you bring in a robot to try and reduce the amount of damage you take when you're close to him, or his charges from building up, like his spores, then you're immediately going to die. So the Viv is not an option here. So I brought in one of my strongest champions in Gentle, just to try and get as much damage as I could in as quick a time as possible. I did see this event when it went live, and I saw MSD do it with Onslaught, and did an amazing job. On this account, I don't have a rank 4 Onslaught, and he barely got through that. So here, I'm just trying to get as much damage in as I can. I can get a little bit of healing when I'm close to him, but if he has these like spores active, or if I have too many spores on me when I'm close to him, I'm going to be taking a ton of damage. So I just went in and tried to get as much. There's also a power sting node on this one here, so you have to be aware of that as well. There I got rooted, throw that special out of the root, and I got like half of him done with Gentle, and I didn't even boost here, okay? I just went with my strongest champions. You can go ahead and boost, and again, if you have to use Revive, it's not the end of the world. And I ended up bringing in Count Nefaria, because again, my robot and Viv will not work for this fight at all. So Count Nefaria did come in and finish off the fight for me, which worked out great. Yeah, very, very difficult fight here. I'll let this one play out, and we'll see you in the final fight of this first chapter. All right, the last fight here in this first chapter is a Venom the Duck, and the most annoying thing about this fight is that when you start the fight, it's going to be swipe left, the other left, so you're going to be in reverse controls from the beginning, and his heavy attack is going to root you, and his specials are unblockable, so you only want to deal probably with special ones. But you're going to be going in between, and of course, stun immunity. So you have to, I figured I could go in with Viv and it would be great, except I screwed up right away and immediately died. and I ended up reviving Gentle, and he worked the best for me on this one. So I think I even tried Count Nefaria and immediately screwed up with that one as well. As long as you're prepared at that very beginning when he attacks into you, that the reverse controls are going to, like you're going to be rooted, and reverse controls when he throws that initial heavy. If you can get away from that, then you can kind of back away and be prepared. You have to keep an eye on the timer on the top left, whether you're going to be in regular controls or reverse controls. Sometimes it's easier. You can see what I'm doing. I'm backing away so that I'm prepared of what special, like what controls I'm in while he throws his special. And once I got into the groove of it, then it worked out great. But I can see how this fight can really trip people up anytime there is something with unblockable, rooted heavies, changing controls. I can see how that is extremely difficult. But again, I went in with a strong champion, and even if you have to revive a couple times, you can get through it. I used a strong champion, but I didn't boost. So hopefully that gives you some solace that it's possible to do it with lower ranked champions. But I think you can boost up a little bit, and you can get through this one. So I did get through this one with a nice solo with Gentle, and it worked out really, really, really nicely. I did forget to mention that it is also assault battery, so you're putting charges on him, and you do the damage by knocking him down with a special. If you get knocked down by a special, it is going to be rough for you. So now we're going to go into the final quest, where you have to use a Spider-Verse hero or a symbiote champion in order to help you get the objectives. So we are going to use a Spider-Verse hero, and I used Spider-Ham for this fight. And the main thing on this one for this Howard the Duck is you have to be aggressive. You have to get to the wall, either yourself to your wall, or I suggest pushing Howard to the wall to the right, because there's a 30-second timer and you have a 10 charge on you, and every time you bring him close to the wall, it reduces that charge down to 0. If it's not 0 by the time that charge expires, then you're going to take some degen. And I don't think at the beginning, I don't think the first time I get it, I think the 30 seconds expires. But the goal here is just to get him to keep throwing specials and keep him in the corner. And at the same time, I just kept repeating the same thing. All my damage came from the power stings. I'm putting on the taunt with the special 1, and I think eventually I end up getting so many specials that I build up to like 25 of these stored power stings, and I eventually go for a big special 3, and he's nice enough to throw his special, and it worked out great. There's also a rooted timer as well, so that when I'm close to him, if I'm close to him for too long, I'm gonna get rooted. But you can see here, I just get into a really nice rotation of like pushing him to the wall, backing away, countering his special 1 over and over again. He does gain a lot of power gain on throughout the fight, so you just have to be really careful. The special 2s are not that bad, especially with Spider-Ham, because he has some of his auto evade in his kit as well, that I can hold block on the special 2, and I don't take as much damage. But you can see right there, like, it's not so bad. Even on the block, the special 2 in this fight is not terrible. Obviously, don't push him to a special 3. You got to be really careful when throwing your specials. So even when I decide here to build up to a special 3, I wait till right after he throws a special 1, so his power is really low when I throw that special 3. So again, I bait another special 2. I just keep pounding into him as much as possible on the right, and there I finally get off a special 3. You're going to see a lot of power stings. Like, I think you get 25 power stings from the special 3, and he's going to be nice enough to throw it, and he's at 50% here. 27, and he went from 50% down to 19. So that was a really, really nice special. He's nice enough to throw another one and one more, and he's done. And there you go. And now you can take your fractured cosmic egg that you get from this one. You can open that one up, and you can get yourself a 7-star cosmic egg relic that you can attach to your Venom the Duck. And then you can also, the objective for the awakening gem was not working right away, but it's working now. And you get your point towards doing like 4 of these quests over the next, like this week and 3 more weeks, and then we'll be able to get a point, another like the mixtape towards our brand new, that new Forge Star-Lord, that new chase champion. So hopefully this helped you out. Let me know in the comments down below, who did you use for these fights? Helps everyone else out. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.